Did it help you to have that clap in it last time?
No, I don't need it.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go. Hey guys, welcome back to Airsoft Addicts. I'm Justin and this is Keegan. Today we're going to be talking about a new addition to my arsenal, some ideas for the Ultimate Muslim game, and some other things. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to talk about first the latest addition to my arsenal, which is an HFC revolver. And you know, it's just about like most other soft revolvers out there. It has the removable shells and everything, and has the backwards. Yeah, there you go. It has the removable shells. The cylinder comes out. It spins nice and evenly. The extractor rod works. It works pretty well. The only downside about it is it's totally a novelty gun. It doesn't shoot very hard. The FPS is only like 250-ish, I think, and it's horribly inaccurate. Like, that's pretty bad, but it's fun and it looks cool. I mean, look at that.
It'd probably be good CCP.
It probably would be alright.
Right out in the open.
Yeah, and it is double action and single action, so if you just round a corner, just that would work. And actually it'd be a pretty good, really close range gun, because, I mean, you don't need more than 6 shots in super close range. And this won't hurt in close range. Then you'd be like, I'll whip it out a revolver on you. So.
Hold it like retro.
Like, yeah, like in all the old shows where they hold it down, like, at the hip, and just be like. Yeah. The biggest downside I've come across with it so far is that the rear sight is plastic, and it is adjustable, but the screw that you adjust it with is metal, so the metal screw ate out the threads on the plastic frame, so now the screw won't work and the sights are just kind of hanging in there by friction. So, aside from that, it's really good. It was only like 40 bucks shipped from Amazon, so pretty cool novelty gun. And it's
40 bucks alone for the gun?
I think so. I think it was only 40. And the barrel itself is metal. The frame of it is plastic. The cylinder is plastic, although I'm looking at having a metal one made by a local CNC shop. The hammer's metal, trigger's metal, the cylinder release thing over here is metal, which also the cylinder release, if you push it back, is the safety, and it locks the hammer, it locks the trigger. Nice safety things. It does come with an orange tip, but that broke off pretty easily. So, it's green gas power. The gas goes in here, and it is extremely gas efficient, which is, you know, it's not that surprising since there's no blowback aspect to it because it's a revolver, but it's extremely gas efficient. I was surprised even though it is non-blowback. Yeah, each shell holds 1 BB. All the shells are brass plated zinc, I'd bet, and they're pretty well made. I'm fairly impressed with the shells. And the finish of the gun is really nice too. I kind of expected it to be a little bit dingy, you know, considering the price point, but it's really nice. It looks really nice, and I couldn't at first tell the difference between the metal and the plastic besides like the temperature difference. So, yeah.
Alright, the thing we're going to talk about now is actually something I've had on my mind for a while. It's not so much guns or gear, it's more of a game mode kind of scenarios, airsoft scenarios. I've had one that, this is kind of like one of those ones where it'd be really hard to get together and it would be extreme milsim. I probably wouldn't be able to do it, but it's kind of like one of those things I imagine in my head, and it'd be like the ultimate dream game mode for me. But we've vowed not to talk about it so far, so we can elaborate it and give ideas on this video, so we really haven't talked about it much, so we're going to talk about it now. But to start, there's this operation I saw, I think it was overseas, but by airsofters. They had this extreme milsim thing, and it was called Tier 1. I'm not sure the channel or all the information and details about it, I can't remember, but all I remember was Tier 1. I can actually I can play a little bit of it. I can have a link in the description if you guys want to watch it, but I didn't see all of it, and I think there were some other videos on it, but this is just the first video. But it looked really cool. It was a lot of what I had in mind. It's not so much well, is the game mode, like you're doing scenarios like hostage bound games, stuff like that, like a lot of Milsim stuff, but what they're doing is more of the environment. They have it in like a Milsim area with like buildings and streets and stuff, but what they have is they have like people that are dressed up in like Middle Eastern stuff, people that are walking around speaking in different languages. I'm not sure if they had it in this video, but this would be like the extreme mode I'm thinking of, like someone in a different language and having an interpreter. I've also seen this, the other ideas I've picked this up from are some shows I've seen, military shows, and they have it in their training. And they do this sort of thing. They have like people from, they have actual like Afghans that come over and help in these things, and they'll speak their own language, and they'll have the interpreter in the team who actually gets to use his interpreting skills. It's really
Actually,
cool.
I think the military does that in their actual training.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you were saying TV shows.
Yeah, well, I've seen it in like the military channel. Like they
Military documentaries.
Yeah, they have the documentaries and they show the actual training. So yeah, military training. Like you'd have that, you'd have like people, like, I mean, like this would be more simulating modern warfare, like overseas in like Afghanistan and stuff, where you're fighting the Taliban. They're not really an actual army, so they're kind of hidden among the hidden among the civilians and stuff. So this would be a game where you really have to be on top of your game, and you have to be like very aware, because you could be talking to a Taliban guy right in front of you and he could be pretending to be a villager or whatever. So like things like where they're holding like AKs, or like they're hiding with RPGs and stuff, and then there's villagers and there's people, and people actually react when they know there's going to be a fight, because like overseas they always say when everyone suddenly deserts the area and there's no one there, they know that's when a fight's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So like you could have stuff like that, just make it very real, like for those people who want to get that experience.
Kind of like a total immersion sort of game.
Yeah. And like I was thinking something crazy, we can talk about it now, but having some form of like almost an explosive vest for Airsoft. So you could have like someone that has a vest hidden in clothes.
Oh, like a suicide vest for an opposition force?
Yeah. You strap on your chest so you can open it and like pull a trigger and have a ton of airsoft you just spray out in it. So
that'd be hard to conceal.
Yeah, I know.
You could probably do it with like Thunder Bees, that way you don't have to worry about PD spread.
Yeah.
What Thunder Bees do is they have this, they work on a CO2 capsule, and when you pull the pin, it punctures that CO2 capsule, and as pressure builds within the grenade, the plastic shell gets to the point where there's so much pressure it can't hold it anymore, and then it ruptures, and it makes a big loud noise.
But yeah, that was just one of the things I was thinking of, and you could go crazy with like armored cars and stuff and have like patrols. Kind of crazy.
It'd be really cool. I've seen
crazy stuff.
Oh, what op was it? What op did Jet Desert Fox just finish with? Yeah, I don't know what it was, but they had a helicopter gunner in part of one of the missions.
Broken Home 3?
It might have been Broken Home, yeah. And what they had was this guy in like one of those small helicopters that is just like a two-seater, and like they had the pilot, and then the co-pilot seat was Jet with like a 240B. It was cool.
Something like that, yeah.
It was a cool video.
But even in this video, the tier 1 video I was talking about, I even saw people that had like documentary crews. They have like a film crew run up and pretend they were like journalists.
Ultimate Milsim.
Ultimate Milsim. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Something that would be really hard to do. I think if you got a lot of people that would, like you were telling me, like people that were interested in airsoft but didn't want to quite do it, but you could give them experience through that.
Like the kind of people that like don't know much about the game, are kind of curious about it, but aren't sure if they want to, jump out and get into the fray yet, can like play the civilian roles and the role player roles and that sort of thing.
Alright guys, now we're going to talk about something related to the last episode we did. We talked about, in the start of the last episode, we talked about gear. Gear that we were interested in, and I talked about a battery. And I wasn't really certain that I was going to get it anytime soon. But something happened and I actually did get it. what happened was I got a new airsoft gun, an SR25, AEG, semi-automatic only. It's a DMR, and my giant 9.6 broke. The wire snapped. Now, there are methods of repairing it, but it take a lot of work. So I wasn't really gonna do that, and I used this opportunity to get a smaller battery, which I was gonna be more happy with. So that's what I did. Yeah, I got that, and now I took my M4 and I basically took everything off it and put it on the SR25. Some of the things I just have sitting around and I'm not using them. So my M4 is just the way it is now. It's normal compact M4. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is the end of episode 2 of Airsoft Addicts. You guys should subscribe, like the video, continue watching. Hopefully we'll do more videos in the future. Me and him live kind of pretty decent distances, so it's kind of hard to do videos like this when we get together, but when we do, we'll try to work on videos. So be patient with us and just wait for our videos to come out. And we got other stuff on our channel too. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So
check out all the other videos. If there's anything you want us to talk about on here, leave a comment or shoot us a message on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
That's all.